Hi everyone, welcome to Arpita Sharma classes. I am Arpita Sharma, your educator, and today we are going to study the Hindu newspaper for 21st of October 2021. आज हम 21st अक्टूबर 2021 का द हिंदू न्यूज़पेपर पर पढ़ने जा रहे हैं और आज का न्यूज़पेपर काफी इंपॉर्टेंट है प्रीलिम्स के पर्सपेक्टिव से. Today's newspaper is going to be really important for all of you from the perspective of prelims. So make sure that you read this newspaper with me very carefully and with a very focused approach, because each and every word that we are going to study today is going to be really important for your upcoming examination. Okay, so let's get started. Class PDF will be uploaded on the Telegram channel, which is Simplifying UPSC with Ease. वहां से आपको क्लास का PDF मिल जाएगा टेलीग्राम चैनल पर. ठीक है, तो वहां से आप क्लास के PDF को डाउनलोड कर लीजिएगा. तो शुरू करते हैं आज का लेक्चर. Let's get started. The ritual of the class is, first we are going to solve few questions, prelims based questions, mock questions. Then I will discuss the headlines for today in the newspaper, and then we will analyze the newspaper itself. पहले हम कुछ prelims related questions solve करेंगे क्लास में, उसके बाद मैं कुछ headlines आपको आज के न्यूज़पेपर में जो important है वो बताऊंगी कि आज क्या क्या पढ़ना है हमको, and then उसके बाद हम analyze करेंगे सारे articles को एक एक करके one by one. So make sure that you have your register with you. आपके पास आपका register होना चाहिए current affairs का, जिसमें आप प्रिपेयर कर रहे हो नोट्स. ओके, एंड देन उसके बाद आप जो भी इंपॉर्टेंट पॉइंट देखो उसको आप नोट डाउन कर लेना. विच एवर इंपॉर्टेंट पॉइंट यू सी, जस्ट ट्राई टू नोट इट डाउन, जो आपने पहले से नोट ना किया हो. ठीक है, सो शुरू करें आज का क्लास. सब लोग रेडी हो? ओके, लेट्स गेट स्टार्टेड. क्वेश्चन नंबर 1. Consider the following statements. Executive power of Union of India is vested in the Prime Minister. Second statement. Prime Minister is the ex officio chairman of Civil Services Board. Which of the statements given above is or are correct? इसमें से कौन सा statement आपका correct है, आपको identify करना है. Now, if we go about the first statement, executive power of Union of India is vested with Prime Minister. See, all the executive actions of Government of India, they are formally taken in the name of President. जितने भी executive actions होते हैं ना Government of India के, वो President के नाम पर लिए जाते हैं. De facto ruler is the President that we have studied in M. Lakshmikant book. So, first statement is wrong. Okay, if first statement is wrong, A can be eliminated and C can be eliminated. Now, second statement is saying Prime Minister is ex officio chairman of Civil Services Board. So, Civil Service Board का जो ex officio chairman होता है वो Cabinet Secretary होता है, Prime Minister नहीं होता, Cabinet Secretary होता है. ठीक है, so again second statement is wrong. 2 will be eliminated. So, correct answer, we are left with the correct answer D. That is, none of these statement is correct. कोई भी statement इसमें से correct नहीं है, दोनों ही statement गलत है. और ये question directly easily answer हो सकता है अगर आपने M. लक्ष्मीकांत किताब अच्छे से पढ़ी है, या आपने basic class 12th और 11th की NCERTs पढ़ी हैं. Then you can answer this question very easily. Okay. Second question. Who or which of the following is the custodian of Constitution of India? Taken directly from NCERT class 11th. ये direct question है, बहुत easy है. Is it the President or the Prime Minister or the Lok Sabha Secretariat or the Supreme Court of India? Correct answer to this question will be, see, it is very clearly stated by the Indian Constitution. The function of Supreme Court of India is that of a custodian of Constitution, a court which is established by the authority of a federal government and the uppermost court of appeal, that is the Supreme Court. Okay, so correct answer will be Supreme Court, that is D. Unacademy is coming up with Topper Days, celebrating 170 plus Unacademy toppers from 21st till 27th of October. So here we have given you and launched various amazing offers for all of you. If you are preparing for 2021 mains or 2022, 23 or 24 examination of UPSC CSE, then we have wonderful surprises for all of you. Unacademy is providing 28 plus 10% discount on the 9 months combo subscription with delivering 20 plus books to your house. Now here, if you are taking 9 months combo subscription, combo means you are taking a combo subscription of GS plus optional. GS means prelims and mains. We are covering both the syllabus of pre and mains plus optional. If this package you are taking for 9 months, Then in the 9 months subscription offer, we'll be giving you total 38% discount. 28% discount Unacademy will be providing on the optional, and 10% discount if you use code ARPITA10. Then you will get 10% discount. Plus we will be also dispatching to your house set of 20 books covering the syllabus of prelims and mains and optional. हम आपके घर तक 20 physical books की delivery करेंगे, जिसमें प्री मेंस ऑप्शनल का करंट अफेयर्स के साथ अपडेटेड, प्रीवियस ईयर क्वेश्चन पेपर के साथ अपडेटेड, सॉल्यूशंस के साथ अपडेटेड, सब कुछ पूरी किताब होगी जो आपके घर तक डिलीवर की जाएगी, so that you will not run here and there for the resources, for the books. Everything will be covered by Unacademy. Then we will be giving you for test series also along with these offers. हम आपको test series भी देंगे, but test series will be given free of cost to those students who are taking 1 year, 2 year or 3 year combo subscription. For those students we are providing test series of pre, mains and optional. We will check your answers, we will evaluate your performance, we will tell you what are your strengths and weaknesses, and we will work on you to basically train you for the UPSC CSE exam, whether it is pre, mains or optional. Okay, here we are providing 25 plus 10%, that is total 35% discount on your 1 year, 2 year and 3 year combo subscription. 25% discount Unacademy will be providing. 10% if you use again the code ARPITA10, you will be getting 10% discount. And we will be dispatching 20 plus physical books. 45,000 रुपीज के जो आपके टेस्ट सीरीज होंगे प्री, मेंस और ऑप्शनल के, वो आपको फ्री ऑफ कॉस्ट मिलेंगे अगर आप 1 साल या उससे ज्यादा का Unacademy प्लस पे सब्सक्रिप्शन लेते हो. Here you can see this offer is only till 27th October. ये जो ऑफर है ना अल्टीमेट फ्री टेस्ट सीरीज मिलने का, ये 27 अक्टूबर तक ही वैलिड ऑन दिस 25 plus 10% सब्सक्रिप्शन ऑफर. ये 27th अक्टूबर तक ही वैलिड है. सो यू आर गेटिंग अ चांस ऑफ प्रिपेयरिंग फॉर यूपीएससी प्री, मेंस, ऑप्शनल अंडर 50 to 55,000 रुपीज. दैट इज ओनली 57,000 आप पे करोगे, उस पे भी आपको ये डिस्काउंट मिल रहा है. तो आपको क्या होने वाला है, यहाँ पर फायदा होने वाला है. यानी कि आप पूरी यूपीएससी सीएसई की तैयारी 50,000 में कर लोगे. जहां पर आप ऑफलाइन कोचिंग सेंटर पे जाते हो वहां पर 1.5-2 लाख तो प्री जीएस की कोचिंग होती है, फिर 50-60,000 या 80,000 की ऑप्शनल की कोचिंग होती है, फिर टेस्ट सीरीज के अलग से रिसोर्सेज के अलग से दो. यहाँ पर सब कुछ आपको एक पैकेज में ही मिल रहा है, चाहे वो बुक्स हो, टेस्ट सीरीज हो, एवरीथिंग यू आर गेटिंग अंडर वन पैकेज ओनली. ओके, एंड दिस ऑफर ऑफ 9 months कॉम्बो टू क्रैक यूपीएससी प्री 2022, जिसमें आपको 38% डिस्काउंट मिल रहा है. दिस इज वैलिड टिल 31st October. ओके, सो देयर आर डेडलाइंस टू दीज ऑफर्स, सो अकॉर्डिंगली यू शुड टेक योर सब्सक्रिप्शन, बिकॉज ये अनलिमिटेड ऑफर्स नहीं है, सारे ऑफर्स डेडलाइन के साथ आते हैं. ओके, so this is the headline for today. We have 4 important articles that we are going to study today. Maharashtra farm sold GM contaminated rice. Kushinagar now hub of Buddhist tourist circuit. Pandemic fueled rise in child sexual abuse online, says report. High oil prices will sap global recovery. So the first article in the newspaper today, Maharashtra firm sold GM contaminated rice. We have already discussed this article in yesterday's newspaper analysis, but again we are rediscussing it. हम इसके अंदर point पढ़ेंगे genetic, जो genetically modified crops होते हैं उनके बारे में. First thing you need to that the Genetic Engineering Appraisal Committee, which is under the Environment Ministry, it oversees and approves, gives the approval for the GM crops in India. GM crops जो भारत में होते हैं ना, उनको जो अप्रूवल मिलता है या जो जिस तरीके से उनको रिसर्च किया जाता है उनके ऊपर, ये सारी एक्टिविटीज कौन ओवरसी करता है? जेनेटिक इंजीनियरिंग अप्रेजल कमिटी. Okay, and right now in India only BT cotton is the only GM crop which is approved for commercial cultivation in 2002. Till now अभी तक BT cotton ही एक ऐसा GM यानी कि genetically modified crop है जिसको commercially cultivate किया जाता है. Yes, there is BT brinjal also, but the commercial usage of and the commercial cultivation of BT brinjal has been stopped right now. ठीक है, it was approved in 2009, but the genetic engineering appraisal committee, it gives 10 years moratorium. It has imposed 10 years moratorium on the GM crops. मतलब अभी GM crop BT जो cotton है उसको मिला हुआ है ना, ठीक है, अभी कमर्शियली कल्टीवेशन उसकी हो रही है, बट अभी और फ्यूचर में जो भी GM क्रॉप्स पे रिसर्च हो रहा है या जो भी कल्टीवेशन उनकी होगी उस पर 10 साल का अभी स्टॉपेज लगा दिया गया है, ठीक है, हॉल्ट लगा दिया गया है, बिकॉज सी देयर आर मेनी डिसएडवांटेजेस एंड एडवांटेजेस रिलेटेड टू जीएम क्रॉप्स। जेनेटिकली या जेनेटिकली इंजीनियर्ड क्रॉप्स जो होते हैं वो हेल्थ के लिए हमेशा अच्छे नहीं होते हैं, ठीक है, दैट इज वाई अभी रिसर्च इज गोइंग ऑन looking into the perspective of advantages and disadvantages, and then the decision will be made. So right now the commercial cultivation of GM crops, it has been stopped. Okay, then there is GM Dhara mustard hybrid 2. This crop is also pending for commercial release. Abhi right now it has not been released. Okay, now another important point is that GM rice, which is a center of this article, GM rice जो है वही इस article का center है ना, इसको इंडिया से export किया गया था. So GM rice is not grown commercially in India. Multiple GM rice varieties, they have been approved for field trials, and it is said that this contaminated GM contaminated rice was leaked during these field trials only. जो ये experiments और trials चल रहे हैं उसी के दौरान इसका क्रॉस पॉली कंटेमिनेशन हुआ है ऐसा माना जा रहा है, और तभी ये यूसेज में आया है. इसको अप्रूवल नहीं मिला है, commercially it is not grown in India, but it has been leaked during these field trials, and that has put a blot, huge blot on the reputation of India. There seems a possibility of cross contamination from such field trials. India's annual rice exports are 18 million tons, that is rupees 65,000 crore. कुछ हम earn करते हैं अपने annual rice exports से. Now, what are the different kinds of threats which are imposed by the GM crops? First of all, if you consume genetically engineered food, then it leads to creation of diseases which are immune to antibiotics. That is, they are protected against any kind of antibiotic that you put in your body. And then GM rice, specifically, it is right now undergoing trials. GM rice, it is said that it can provoke allergic reactions in the body. Okay, then there is a chance of uncertainty of gene transfer also. So these are the disadvantages of consuming the GM crops. That is why commercial cultivation is not approved in most cases in India. The next important article, Kushinagar now hub of Buddhist tourist circuit. Now, first important point you have to remember about Kushinagar is that Kushinagar, first excavation and discovery at Kushinagar of the reclining Buddha statue in 1876 was made by Alexander Cunningham, who was also the director of the Archaeological Survey of India, and the ACL Carroll. Okay, now the news is that Prime Minister Narendra Modi has recently inaugurated Kushinagar International Airport. The airport is in eastern UP, that is eastern Uttar Pradesh, which is the third international airport in the election-bound state, and it is going to mainly service the Buddhist tourism circuit. Okay. So far, the Sri Lankan Airlines flight, which were carrying monks and various Buddhist monks and dignitaries, it was first to land at this airport. Now, one more important point you need to remember is that this region of Kushinagar is dominated by the BJP. 5 of the 7 assembly seats are with BJP in Kushinagar. Okay. And it is said that the per capita district domestic product in Kushinagar was rupees 27,229, which in 2019-20. So it is considered as amongst the poorest in Uttar Pradesh. So now this international airport will increase the revenue of this state. Okay, and it's a pilgrimage center. Very few Buddhist people are living over here. Population of Buddhist people over here is 4,619. That is somewhere around 12.12%. Okay. Now, Kushinagar has historical significance also. Kushinagar was where the Buddha attained ultimate salvation, which is known as Mahaparinirvana. And today's Kushinagar is also identified with Kushinara. Kushinara bhi bolte hain isko, write it down. It was also known as Kushinara, which was the capital of Malla Republic, which was one of the Mahajanpads, 16 Mahajanpads in the 6th and 4th centuries BC. Okay. This area went on to be a part of Mauryan kingdom, Shunga's kingdom, Harshvardhana's kingdom, etc. And it is among the very few places in India where the Buddha is depicted in a reclining form. Okay. Reclining, leaning on his hand, shoulder. So while Buddhism originated in India and 7 of the 8 main Buddhist pilgrimage sites are in India, our country gets not even 1% of Buddhist pilgrims in the world. So this, step of inaugurating international airport in Kushinagar, it is going to help India promote the important Buddhist pilgrimage sites in the country. Okay. Now another important point is, what is Buddhist circuit? See, in 2016, write it down, the Ministry of Tourism, the Ministry of Tourism, it announced the Buddhist circuit as the country's first transnational tourism circuit, which covers sites in Nepal, Sri Lanka alongside India also. It's kind of, you can say, the link of places related to Buddhism. Okay, point clear हो गया? तो उसे हम Buddhist circuit बोलते हैं. A very wonderful announcement for all of you. Unacademy is coming up and joining hands with Gaurav Budania sir, All India Rank 13. One more reason to join the 27th October batch now. Gaurav Budania sir is going to launch a bilingual batch starting from 27th October on Unacademy Plus. He'll be taking 5 classes on essay, 2 classes on strategy and 3 classes on answer writing. All this starting from 27th October. So this is your chance to subscribe to Unacademy Plus so that you can get direct guidance from those who have themselves cleared this examination with the strategy, answer writing training session and also the mindset to prepare essay. The links are given below in the description box. Make sure that you subscribe today. The next important article, Pandemic Fueled Rise in Child Sexual Abuse Online Report. So the Global Threat Assessment Report 2021 by the We Protect Global Alliance has been launched, which says that COVID-19 had contributed to a significant increase in child sexual exploitation and abuse online. Now, what is We Protect Global Alliance? It's a global movement of more than 200 governments, private sector companies, civil society organizations who are working together to transform global response to child sexual exploitation and abuse online. Now, this report was a meta study that distills findings from multiple international studies on the issue of sexual child abuse. The purpose of this report is to detail out the scale and scope, on which scale and what is the scope of the threat towards a child, threat of child sexual exploitation, and the aim is to encourage action so that these cases can come down, we can prevent the abuse before it even happens to children. So let us understand what are the key findings of this report. इस report की key findings, important findings क्या हैं? First is, write it down. First finding is regarding the child sexual exploitation and online abuse. In the past 2 years, reporting of child sexual exploitation and online abuse has increased. And during COVID-19 pandemic, it is one of the contributory factors, because of which these cases have increased. Second finding is related to child self-generated sexual material. There is also a rise in child self-generated sexual material. So according to a foundation which is known as the Internet Watch Foundation, there is a 77% increase in child self-generated sexual material from 2019 to 20. Over here it is mentioned. Okay. Then next is study on childhood experiences. As a part of the report, there was a global study of childhood experiences of more than 5,000 children from 18 to 20 years of age across 54 countries. So about 54% of the respondents had experienced at least one online sexual harm incident during childhood. So there have been different recommendations which have been presented by this report. For example, government must criminalize all the offences related to child sexual exploitation. We should prioritize prevention activities against the abuse. We should create safe online environment for children. And we should develop online safety technologies to detect the child sexual abuse online. Okay, so these are the recommendations in this paragraph that the report has also made for the government, okay, to take necessary action. So this was all for today. I hope you enjoyed this lecture. उम्मीद करती हूँ आपको आज का lecture अच्छा लगा हो. New batches on Unacademy are starting from 27th October. So make sure that you take your subscription today and use code ARPITA10 so that you can get 10% straight away discount on your Plus subscription. Do not forget to mention your doubts if you have any in the comment section, so that we can also cater to them without any problem. So let's wrap up the session for today. I hope you enjoyed this lecture. उम्मीद करती हूँ आपको आज की क्लास अच्छी लगी है. इसी बात पर, इसी नोट पर हम आज का सेशन रैप अप कर रहे हैं. थैंक यू एवरीवन फॉर बीइंग इन द क्लास.